When the rights to Technos games were acquired by Arc System Works, many fans were excited. The Japanese developers had built a solid reputation with titles like Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, and licensed fighting games such as Dragon Ball and Granblue Fantasy. However, their first attempt, Double Dragon 4, turned out to be disappointing. Learning from this, Arc System Works enlisted the help of A+ Games and WayForward, who then released several River City branded projects. This rekindled fans' hopes for the returns of the beloved Double Dragon series, especially since the Dragon Brothers have always excited in the same universe, with some enemies and the twins' girlfriend, Marion, already making appearance in the River City Girls duology. River City Girls in particular seems like a solid gameplay foundation for a new Double Dragon title, but things took a different turn. Out of the blue, publisher Modus Games and developer Secret Base announced a Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, licensed by Arc System Works. The trailer made it look like a typical mobile game. The contrast with the more detailed River City Girls and the brutal original was stark. The cartoonish character with exaggerated heads and tiny limbs didn't inspire much confidence, but the real question was how fun the game would be to play. Double Dragon Gaiden is a roguelike game where, before each session, you select conditions that affect the difficulty. The settings are not of the serious arcade roots. You can choose not only the number of lives and special tokens you need to continue after losing, but also various other parameters like enemy's aggression and health bar size. The easier the condition, the fewer tokens you will earn at the end of the session. The game kicks off with a brief summary of how gangs have taken over the streets of the post-apocalyptic New York, terrorizing its citizens. The city's new mayor calls on Billy and Jimmy, along with their friends Marion and Uncle Marty, for help. The plot is straightforward, and despite a twist at the end, it serves mainly as a backdrop for gameplay. You can play a Double Dragon Gaiden solo or with a friend or same console. Either way, you will need to choose two characters. The game starts with a four-fighter: Billy, Jamie, Marion and Uncle Martin. Over time, some bosses become playable, eventually giving you 13 characters to choose in the Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. I unlocked Abel, Okada, Willy and a few others. Marion deserves special mention. After her transformation into the buff-filled girl in River City Girls, her return to the original design, especially in such a cartoonish form, feel like a step back. However, her combat style reflects this change. She wisely brings firearms to the brawl, allowing her to keep enemies at a distance. She is very mobile and seems to be easiest character to use. Even after unlocking Willy, who armed with a machine gun, Marion still feels like the most effective fighter among those I tried. Unfortunately, Double Dragon Gaiden gets old quickly. Just a couple of hours is enough. Despite the variety of fighters, most of the game can be played on autopilot by mashing two buttons. The characters are distinct, each with unique attributes and moves, but the combat system is simple, and the individuality of each character quickly turns into a routine. The gameplay lacks special combos or interesting deep mechanics. There are basic attack, a special finish move and a unique action. The player's task is mainly to string together a few basic attacks, and then finish with a special move. Occasionally you might use a unique action, like a grab for brothers, a roll for Marion, or a buzz stroke for Willy, but these moves are situational, and most of the time you can win by pressing two buttons. There is little need for strategy or skill in regular battles. When playing solo, you can switch between characters by pressing a special button. If you get caught in enemy combo, you can switch character and your partner will jump it and take it nearby opponents. Switching users as a special energy bar, which is also spent on finishing moves. If you defeat multiple enemies with special attack, food that restores health will appear on the battlefield. The more enemies you knock out with the special move, the better the food reward. Sadly, Double Dragon Gaiden becomes repeatedly very quickly, and the interest wanes after just a few hours. While the boss battles offer some excitement, there aren't enough of them. The locations are also lacking in variety. The city is divided into 4 zones, each controlled by different gangs. They differ in the same by but they are quite similar in design. The player chooses the order in which to clear the city, but the game is structured so that each successive zone has more stages, and the boss fight becomes harder. For example, if you choose Willy zones first, you will face him in 1-1 fight at the end of the first level, and the end zone will be cleared after his defeat. But if you save him for the last, you will have to fight through several stages for each him, and in the final battle he will attack from a helicopter. The same goes for the other gang's leader. For instance, if you reach Lady Okada early, she will appear in a business suite on the lower floors of a skyscraper. But if you leave her for last, she will don samurai armor and wait you at the top of the Padoga themed tower. There is also a secret boss in the game, but discussing it without spoiler is difficult. Between levels you can spend the money earned during the session to upgrade your fighters. You are often a selection of random perks, like boosting special attacks or increasing health. However, sometimes the options are useless, so it's better to save your money. Coins drop from defeated enemies and are awarded for completing side objectives, like knock out 5 enemies with a special move or perform an aerial attack. At the end of session, even if you lose completely, the game calculates your earning. The more currency you collect, the more tokens you will receive. These tokens can be spent on continues after a loss or to purchase characters in a special in-game shop. In conclusion, Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons is a well-made but overly simplistic and boring game that might behave fared better as a mobile title with short casual sessions. While it has interesting roguelike concept, the gameplay is too basic and too repetitive. Even unlocking a new character with their unique traits doesn't save it from becoming dull after a while. The design in my opinion is also ill-suited for this series. Thank you for watching.